to anybody to not drive, quite frankly.
No, completely not. I mean, it's very hard the way the world is arranged at the moment, particularly for those people who have to take children to nurseries, go onto a place of work, to travel like any other means than the car. The whole way of life is designed around the car. A lot of people drive cars not because they want to or they like it, but because they have to. And there's absolutely no point making life more difficult for them. It's not going to stop them driving cars. It's just going to make them annoyed.
Yes.
I just think we should redesign our cities and indeed our countryside around a different form of transport. But ever since the Beeching report of the 1960s, it's been car. The Ministry for Transport is the Ministry for Cars.
Yes, well, quite. But that's another story for another day, I suppose, because once again, you may well be accused again of talking common sense and or demanding evidence, which, of course, you were accused of at the weekend.
You mustn't do that. No, it's you're treated with immense suspicion and hostility. There's some academic posted things saying, well, the reason why flu has disappeared is that the flu is so much, infections of flu are so much less virulent than those of a virus. Because I was asking her exactly why it was that the flu had virtually disappeared and COVID hadn't. And the standard up response to this is that everybody's been following the social distancing and hygiene measures. Well, if it works against flu, why doesn't it work in exactly the same way against COVID?
Well, exactly right. And this is
they have different infection rates. So I said, okay, well, thanks very much, but can you point me to where this is explained? And that was the point at which I began to be treated as if I was some kind of vandal who put a brick through her window. Very, and I was told I should have Googled it. I said, well, you said it.
Right.
Otherwise, so I'm constantly accused of claiming to have of having theories about the outbreak. I don't have any theories about it. I'm just because I'm not equipped to do so. I'm just skeptical about a lot of the things which authority and the majority of the media say, and think they should be tested.
Yeah. And
this increasingly gets me. I was the noted author of anti-God children's books, Philip Pullman, was having a go at me at the weekend.
I saw that, yeah.
Insinuating that I had said things which had led to to doctors being insulted. I've never said anything which would suggest that doctors were insulted, and why would I?
No, but this is a new tactic, Peter, that they've brought in.
It's just a smear, Sir Philip himself. People should look this up. It has an interesting record on Twitter. Which doesn't really put it in a very good position for berating me. But I mean, it is over and over again this suggestion that things that I've said or done have led to bad behaviour by people which I've not encouraged, or deaths in which I've had no part. And I accept that the other side have good intentions and a reasonable point of view, and I start from the position. Okay, then let's discuss this rationally. And this to begin with, this was met by either blank hostility or silence. Now it's being met with a much more worrying thing, which is an attempt to shut me and others up, like guilt by association smears. And it's serious. If you have a society without opposition, then you get the Iraq War, and you get thalidomide being given to pregnant women, and you get all kinds of mistakes being made because opposition is vital to the proper consideration of policy decisions. And a fascinating thing which Jonathan Sumption, Lord Sumption, wrote in the Mail on Sunday yesterday, which is well worth examining, which is he pointed out that there was actually quite serious contingency planning for a major pandemic of a respiratory disease. Plans existed, and they didn't remotely resemble what we did, but they were just chucked aside in a moment in that extraordinary week of panic in late March. But we did have a plan, and it was based on decades of experience, the sort of thing which civil servants are expert in drawing up. But it was just chucked away. And we decided to copy China instead. And this is the most extraordinary revelation. And people should realize that there always has been an alternative approach, which is perfectly serious, perfectly humane, just as concerned about saving life as the closure of our society, and that it existed and was discarded.
Yes, I think that he also suggests that
we will make America great again.